Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies. So, in the last episode, we took on Monika's first exclusive scene, because right now we're just kind of doing Monika's extras, because we did Natsuki's route, but so now we're doing Monika's things before starting Sayori's. When I want to do Sayori's just because a lot of people told me Natsuki has the weakest route in Blue Skies, so I felt like I'm doing the mod a disservice if I fucking only did Natsuki's. If I'm doing Yuri's, I don't know. That Blue Skies routes are long, all right? We'll have to see, all right? That's just the thing. That's all I gotta say. But yeah. So let's do Monika's second exclusive in a Sunday scene. This is as far as they got, it seems, for her. So she doesn't really have like a, I mean, she has like a, so I guess, what is this? So she just has like, this is just her stuff, I guess, like to be in the base game. She has like Act 1 stuff. They had none of her Act 2 stuff done. So she at least had her second exclusive and her Sunday scene done. All right. So yeah, last time, if you remember in the first exclusive scene, we were teaching Monika how to relax. That's kind of what Blue Skies is going with this Monika, with their take on Monika and her in their game, in their mod. Their take is like she's a workaholic, which works for the character. Yeah, it's an interesting take. It works for the character. Hey Monika, what are you up to? I approach Monika, who's sitting at a desk and doing some sort of work, as usual. She responds to me without looking up. Hi, Zero. I'm just finishing up some paperwork. I slide into the desk beside her. I'm guessing that it's for the club? Finally glancing up for her papers, she smiles sheepishly. These are actually unrelated to the club. Monika, didn't we just talk about taking much-needed breaks yesterday? I know. These are really important, though. They're forms I need to fill out as class rep. I won't have time to finish them at home today, so I'm just doing them now. How much do you have to fill out? Not much more. I'm nearly done. We lapse into silence as Monika's pen continues to move down the page. She's using a fountain pen. The dark blue ink shines brightly on the stark whiteness of the paper, dulling as it dries. I wonder if I shouldn't have approached Monika, given that she's so busy today. So it's like, so I get up and leave. That's the end of her exclusive scene. Shouldn't have bothered her. My bad. Oh, I thought spacebar was the thing to continue. Oh, it is. What? I always thought it was enter. Is it spacebar and enter? Oh, well, the more you learn. Yuri has her head in a book, Natsuki's puttering away in the closet, and Sayori's disappeared somewhere. We should probably put up missing posters. That sounds horrible. MC, come on, man. Sayori's gone. We can't trust Sayori alone. What if she, like, trips and hurts herself? I don't trust her. I'll just stay here for now. I don't think my mere presence would be that bothersome. Where is Sayori? Why is Sayori like disappeared? I'm like slightly worried. I don't. Where is she? Where did she? She's not in the club. Like I'm slightly worried. Man, I haven't seen Sayori in weeks. Oh, that Sayori, always missing for days on end. Come on, Zero. Sayori can handle herself. Yeah, alright, no point in lying. She's done for. Oh, yeah, what if she gets, like, stuck in the trash can? It could happen. Alright, I'm done. Oh? I wasn't expecting you to have more to do. I was expecting you to have more to do. I did say that I didn't have much more to do. Right. What are you gonna do with your newfound freedom, then? Not so fast. I still have to turn these in. Wanna come with? Sure thing. Where to? Far be it from me to turn Monika down. The faculty room. After you, then. You stand up and head for the door. Yuri, since Sayori's off to gather supplies and I'm stepping out for a bit, you're in charge until one of us is back. Yuri's face, she's like, oh god. Oh, okay, so Sayori went to go gather supplies. Okay. Also, Yuri's face.
She's in charge of one person. Why is she freaking out?
She's only in charge of Natsuki.
Yeah.
She's like, Monika, you don't know what that girl's going to do to me once you're gone.
Monika's gonna come back and Yuri's gonna be dead.
Yuri's gonna be like tied up. The club room's gonna be like a mess.
They're gonna be like, where's Yuri? I don't know. You hear muffling from the closet.
She's like tied up in the closet. Like, Jesus. Startled, Yuri looks up from her novel like a deer caught in the headlights.
I'll do my best. Thanks.
I shoot Yuri an apologetic look and follow Monika out of the classroom.
She only has to take care of
Natsuki. Yuri doesn't seem too happy with her new responsibilities.
Oh, she'll be fine.
Why didn't you put Natsuki in charge?
Well, for one thing, Natsuki's doing her own thing in the closet. And for another, Yuri's not unreliable. I guess she might have trouble talking if a stranger comes to the classroom. But I doubt that anything's going to happen while we're away.
Also, hold up. Well, I saw that. I read that sneak diss. For another, Yuri's not unreliable. Ow! Damn. She really just fucking Jesus. Like, damn. She really did her like that, yeah. It's like, my God. I mean, she's not wrong. I feel like if someone came to the classroom, Natsuki would probably just tell them to get out and yell at them. Yuri would probably be the most welcoming, if not afraid. So, I mean, being afraid is as good as being welcomed, if you really think about it. Afro, make them finish the Monika route. I'm not going to make them finish the Monika route. Because first of all, the only person I've really talked to on the Blue Skies team is Swampert. I don't really know the others like that. I don't really know the other people like that. And second of all, they already put so much work into all of this. I'd feel bad. You can't just do that to them. You can't do this. It's okay.
What happened?
Make them. I don't want to make them.
What?
The chat's telling me to make them finish Monika route. And I'm like, no, that's mean. Okay, next time I see Swampert, I'll just be like, Swampert, you can't join the Smash stream unless you finish Monika route.
Oh no.
That's the rules. And don't worry, I'll help. Please no. I see how long Blue Skies routes are. No, please.
Okay, give us a year.
Vigilante would never get done.
No.
Alright, makes sense. Around a corner in the hall. Monika seems to anticipate each turn a few steps ahead. I don't think it'd be remiss to assume that Monika spent a lot of time running errands to and from the faculty room. Speaking of Natsuki, what's she even doing in the closet?
I think it's been mentioned before, but Natsuki keeps her manga collection in the club room.
It has been. Oh, wait. Yeah, it has been. MC, you dumbass. It was mentioned in, like, the base game.
Yes, sir, I'm clear.
And this takes place... Well, no, this is her exclusive scene before Act 2. But, yeah, she talks about... I could have swore. Wait, maybe... Is it? Is it mentioned without being in Natsuki's route? I'm actually not even sure.
Fuck Natsuki. We don't have to talk about it.
I'm not gonna judge him just yet, then. But I'm on to you, MC.
Starting to be stupid again.
Yeah. Also, stop eating.
Okay, I'll mute.
Put yourself on push to talk. You thought you'd get ahead of me, yeah?
I always do this.
Apparently, her dad is prejudiced against manga or something. Anyway, have you noticed that the manga in the bookshelf is gone? That's because Natsuki relocated it to the closet.
Isn't manga banned from the school premises? What? Oh! I know that's out of sight now, but even so...
Oh, I was able to argue on Natsuki's behalf to the club advisor. I wasn't the debate club president for nothing, you know.
Aw, that was cute. That's nice. Also, what the fuck? Manga's banned? I remember.
Yeah, I can
that-
see that happening just because of the fact that like things like people
I
might
know-
get into fights and stuff about it.
No, not that. I know a lot of adults in Japan sometimes, a lot of manga and like anime sometimes look down upon because they're like they feel that like it's bad for the youth. Like it'll make them not be productive and stuff in the future. So that might be why it's banned there. But I know not everything does that. It could probably just be this certain school. So it makes sense. So it's fair to say like this school doesn't allow manga. But it's funny because it reminded me.
Manga causes violence.
Manga causes violence. It's funny though because it reminded me of when I was younger and in my my elementary school. I think I went to like a Catholic elementary school.
Yeah.
It was like a Christian elementary school. So where we weren't allowed to bring Pokemon cards. Because like I don't remember the reasoning, but the one thing I do remember is there was they had a sign in a lot of the classrooms with a Pikachu on it and a circle and a cross on it. And I was like, oh no.
No Pokemon.
I just remembered it being some face that was just like Pikachu is not allowed here.
I remember
so
that.
Good.
I remember that my friend group got Pokemon cards banned at my school
Yeah.
because we were playing with them, but then we would trade them and then we'd fight over them constantly.
Yeah, I
because
think
we're
that's.
trading them.
I think they did it because I don't think they did it because it's the devil. I think they did it because kids were distracting themselves too much with it and stuff, and like causing disruptions with it.
Yeah.
I think is why they banned it, but it's still funny though.
Mm-hmm.
What is the main things endangering our students? Is it smoking, alcohol? No, it's those damn Japanese cartoon boys. That damn Goku and teaching kids not to give up. Screw him.
And teaching kids life lessons. Fuck.
Yeah, and then, get him out of here. He's gonna start getting them to beat each other up. Maybe.
Oh no.
If Goku beats up bad people.
Remember, kids, go beat up your bully.
I mean, if he fights first, if he punches first.
Then you both get suspended.
Ah, right. Man, I wish you could have argued for me all those times the teacher took away my manga.
The difference between you and Natsuki is that she doesn't read it in class. And I've never heard you commend the literary values of manga before.
Fair point. While we're on the topic of unconventional forms of literature, though, have you played any more of the visual novel I showed you yesterday?
I'm sorry. Were you expecting me to finish it?
Monika's guilty expression caused me to quickly leap to assuage her conscience. No, of course not. I was just wondering where you were at, so I wouldn't accidentally spoil anything.
Oh, alright then. Consider it as always, Zero.
The MC is too stupid to
Nothing.
be using words like that.
Yeah, I was about to talk about that. I was about to actually.
Can't be using Yuri words. He's too dumb for that.
I have to drink my water. Yeah, there is one thing I will say about Blue Skies' MC. He is dumb and Natsuki's route, but that's kind of the problem, I feel. You can't make him say some of these really big words, because it kind of just feels off for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, MC wouldn't say that. Like, to assuage her conscience. Like, and I have noticed that a lot with Blue Skies, is that he's like, he's smart, but he's smart, but not smart. Like, yeah, it's like, I've noticed that a
He
lot
has
with Blue
like
Skies.
academic smarts, but not street smarts. That's
But
the
even,
thing.
but that's the thing. That doesn't make sense. It should be the
It
other way
doesn't.
around. He should have
No.
street smarts, but not academic smarts. It's like, because that's the whole thing that they're trying to sell here, I'm assuming, is that he's street smart, but he's not smart when it comes to, like, everything else. The multiple writer weakness is showing. Yeah, that might be why.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like someone also pointed out, each route is a different MC. Yeah, and that's probably because each route has a different writer. That is slightly an issue that comes from having multiple writers, is that some of them people are like, this is what my MC I think would do, or this is what I think MC would do. So it's like, or would say, or this is how he would be.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's like a small gripe, but it definitely does sometimes take you out of his character, because you're like, or like that one transition he said, like, We're on the topic of unconventional forms of literature. I don't think MC would say that.
I think they're trying to like be like, oh, it's a visual novel, so we have to like write it like properly because it's actual writings, right? So
Yeah.
they're trying to make it like a novel where like they're using bigger words. When if someone's talking, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to sell him as a stupid guy when he's saying things like this.
You make him say just like what you think he would say, not things that he would say.
You can make Monika or
because
Yuri
it's
say
a
things
story.
like that, yeah. How Monika around MC is Chad, ripped big brain MC. I see. This is why a mod team needs to communicate and get a general consensus on certain aspects. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, granted, of course, this is something where I'm not like super being hard on them because this Monika route wasn't even released. So I guess more or less we have to compare it to how MC acts in Sayori and Yuri's route.
I'm sure the communication between the team when it came to the writing was fairly good. We're not saying it's like bad or anything. It's just,
but this might have been the thing they missed.
It shows sometimes, yeah.
This might have been the thing they missed. They have to kind of make MC. It's like, okay, they kind of probably did like a thing like to say like, okay, this is how MC should act. So now let's all try to make sure he acts like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. So, you haven't played any more of the game then?
No, I haven't.
Well, I'll just tell you that there's more to the game than it should lead you to believe.
Oh? How so?
There's actually a darker side of the game that you unlock after you find all the normal endings. So, once you finish it, I'd recommend that you replay it for that extra depth.
Interesting.
Yep, that dark side is actually part of the reason why I chose this specific game to show you. I guess kind of shows how games are just mindless forms of entertainment. There are plenty that have more depth to them than when you actually pay attention.
It sounds like saying death.
Depth, yeah, depth. There, depth.
Depth.
I'll emphasize it for you. Have more depth to them than when you actually pay attention. Very dislike when people write off games without trying them. Appearances can be deceiving, and most of the time, it's just people's prejudices getting in the way.
Wow, Zero, you're more like Natsuki than I thought.
Eh?
Come on, you just gave me a video games or literature spiel.
Huh. So I did. Well, it's one I believe in, so...
Don't worry, I'm thoroughly convinced. And I agree with your central premise. People's perceptions often narrow their mindsets. Many people automatically express a distaste for literature and poetry without really trying to get into it as well. It's not boring if you try to figure out what the author's trying to say. Nor if you try to appreciate all the techniques the author used to say it.
I guess that this is your writing tip of the day.
Ha, I won't let you get off that easily. Just wait until we share poems for a good one.
Well, I guess that was my gaming tip of the day then. Even though it didn't really have anything to do with actually playing games.
I guess that it's a universal thing. Appearances being different from the content. You could say that applies to people as well. Most people are made up of many different layers, like an onion!
Shut the fuck up!
layers!
Shut the fuck up!
Monika! Onions have layers! Oh god, my voice is dying.
You need to stop yelling and do your voices! Otherwise, halfway through this damn stream, you're gonna be like, because you can't do anything!
My voice is still on life support. We have to make sure we finish this before it dies.
Zero's voice has been like on... I don't know how to explain it.
We have to make sure. I can't let it die in the stream. We have to make sure we continue it before it dies, chat. Everyone's quoting me. He said, stop yell.
Stop
yell.
It's because you were talking. You confused my brain.
We have to make sure we can do this. Yeah, like an onion. See? They made it for me. Thank you, game.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, there are probably more poetic ways to put it.
See, just like Monika, you're not you don't like the expression.
I don't.
But yeah, like an onion.
We share a chuckle as we approach the faculty room.
You could say like a cake. That's a better example, because the cakes are good.
I'll be right back.
I lean against the wall as Monika slips through the doors. And as she said, it's not long before she's back, this time without papers in hand. Everything good?
Yep. I don't know what I would have done if I had to do it all over again or something like that.
I don't think you'd ever have to worry about that.
You never know. If I let my guard down and become sloppy.
I think that your sloppy work would probably still be better than my best work. Besides, even if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. There's nothing wrong with starting over.
Better to do it right the first time, though. I won't want to waste any time after all.
Well, that's true.
Anyway, shall we head back?
Fine by me. Start walking back the way we came. Slower this time. Although Monika still walks with purpose, it seems like a weight has been lifted from her shoulders. At least momentarily. She's not in so much of a rush anymore.
What's up?
Oh, I was just wondering what other clubs are up to right now.
You're probably busy preparing for the festival. It's a good opportunity to showcase all the talents of the club, as well as recruit new members.
That's true. And that reminds me, is our club not going to do anything for the festival?
Don't worry, I was going to talk about that during the club meeting today. I can't spoil anything though, so you'll have to wait until then to hear about it.
Alright. Actually, you want to check out what the other clubs are doing in that case?
You mean to spy on them?
Think of it more as an inspiration.
Wow.
A mischievous glint appears in her eyes.
We might as well scope out the competition.
It'll be a secret mission for the ages.
So, which club do you want to visit first?
Let's look at track team first. I'm curious to know what they could put together for the festival.
Sounds like a plan.
We turn around to head in the opposite direction. We turn to head around to head. What? That was written wrong.
We turn to head around to head in the opposite.
We turn to head around to head in the opposite direction. That is not words. Those are words, but that is not a sentence. Also, for the person who asked in chat if I've been drinking tea, I have been. I just recently learned how to make it without it tasting gross, too. I kept...
Yeah. This man left the bag in the fucking cup the whole time.
I didn't know you weren't supposed to take the bag out eventually.
Dumb.
Look, man, I don't make tea for a living. I'm not Yuri.
There's instructions on the box.
Fuck the box.
You're dumb for not reading the instructions on the box.
Now
You're the same guy. You're the same guy who buys a thing from IKEA and then just doesn't read the instructions, just puts it together on his own.
Instructions are for pussies.
You're a pussy.
As we walk through the halls, alternating patches of golden sunlight streaming in through the windows and cool shadows fall over us. One moment warmth, the next, a slight chill. Our footsteps echo through the halls, at once lonely yet somehow comforting in its departure from the norm of bustling noise that usually fills the halls. A comfortable silence settles over us as we walk. It's a far cry from the banter between us when we were walking to the faculty room, but the silence almost feels intimate. Through the windows, I can see the baseball team practicing in the distance. The nearly setting sun bathes everything in a golden-orange glow. Soon, it'll be dark, and the noise of the city will return with the nightlife. But for now, all is quiet. What is going on? Why is MC
Story
having,
time.
this, deep, mental fortitude? I don't know. This feels very, this doesn't seem like the same MC that we're, led to follow. Yeah, that MC in the Monika route is, really different.
They really, make this feel like a storybook, like a novel.
Yeah, it's he feels like more of a narrator than an MC. I don't know. He feels weird in Monika's route. It's a little odd.
He talks like Yuri.
Yeah, everything he just said, I could see from a Yuri perspective mod. Peaceful. I used to seldom stay after school on my own accord, but now that I'm doing so, I have to admit, there's just something about empty schools. It conjures up an almost indescribable feeling, like time has stopped somehow. Especially in the afternoon glow.
For
as if
real?
the empty school is captured in the snapshot of a sepia photo. Libitina gives 1,000 bits. Okay, tea lesson for you, Zero. 1 heat cup, put tea bag in cup, boil water, pour water in cup, put plate over cup to trap heat, let steep, remove bag. I already know how to do it, Libitina, but I appreciate the bits and the instructions. It was just the
No,
fact
he doesn't. Tell him
It
again.
was just the fact I was leaving the bag in, and then I was like, "Oh, that's why it would taste disgusting," because it was making it too strong.
Earlier, he was like something about the bag, and I was like, wait, hold up.
Anyway, I appreciate the bits though. The faint echoes of footsteps and distant doors shutting from those who are left seem like mere ghosts of the past day. I guess that makes Monika and I ghosts too. If only we could just abandon our responsibilities and... What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing how long this
what
monologue
this?
is. Like
I thought
he's
they were
talking
looking at
as if
the
he's
track.
reading a book.
I thought they were like looking at the track team. What happened? I thought like
Talking about him and Monika are ghosts. He's
I
like thinking deeply, like
Yeah,
into life.
I thought this was gonna be like a haha like antics thing of them like looking at what everyone else was doing. Why is like MC having like
This is like sad music too. What's going on?
it's like romantic music, but like we don't even see Monika. She's not even on screen. MC is
Yeah.
Hamlet. What is this? Is MC having existential crisis? Maybe.
I don't know why. Why is he?
It's time for deep thoughts with MC. Yeah, but like I'd expect this like if he was actually alone. Wasn't he walking with Monika?
Yeah.
Only we could just abandon all responsibilities and drift away. But that's just wishful thinking. Do you stay after school a lot?
Well, I've always been in clubs, so...
All right. I was just thinking about how it's peaceful when schools are empty.
Yeah. It's a bit lonely, but at the same time, having more people around would ruin the peaceful feeling.
Yeah.
I've always thought that the golden hour was beautiful as well.
The golden hour?
It's that time right after the sun rises and before the sun sets, where everything is tinted by yellows and oranges.
That's
Ah,
creepy.
so like right now then.
That's right. I wish that it lasted longer. But nothing gold can stay.
That's pretty poetic. Depressing too.
I didn't come up with that myself. It's the title and last line of one of Robert Frost's poems.
Ah, I see. I guess that explains why it's poetic. He sounds like an interesting guy, though. I've got to check out his poems sometime.
His poem's really interesting as well.
By this time, we've reached one of the school's back exits. As we step outside, a cool breeze ruffles my hair and makes the ends of Monika's hair ribbon dance. It's kind of chilly, isn't it?
It is nearly sunset. Not to mention we're in November right now.
I wonder if we'll have a white Christmas this year.
I hope so. I just love snow.
Shivering, we make our way towards the track, where the track team's club room and the sports equipment storage shed are close by.
She is me.
Oh, that reminds me. Isn't the tennis team doing anything for the festival?
We are actually. I'm class rep and president of the literature club though, so the vice captain's taking over those duties since I have to manage 2 events already for the festival.
That makes sense. You'd be swamped otherwise.
You should check out my class cafe. You should check out my class's cafe during the festival, by the way.
Well, if you promise that I won't get food poisoning.
I'll personally pay your medical bills if that happens.
We quiet down as we reach the club room. However, even though we're quiet, the people inside the room aren't. The track team is as boisterous as ever, so much so that we can even hear snippets of conversation from outside. There seems to be an argument going on inside. Although, to be honest, I can't tell whether I'm hearing happy or angry outbursts. It's just the way the track team is. Loud. Monika raises an eyebrow at me, and I reply with a shrug. They've got a lot of energy, huh?
Well, they are the track team.
We slowly approach the door's window to peek inside. Before we can reach it, the door flies open with a bang. We flinch as the quiet is suddenly shattered by the voices coming from within the clubroom. Oh, it's her.
Why are they wearing like school uniforms if they're the track team? They shouldn't be wearing like gym uniforms or something.
Actually, yeah. Because not really in class anymore. Why is the track team just sitting inside talking? Shouldn't they be on the track field?
It's the outdoor ed.
Or at least in like
class.
the lockers?
Yeah.
I don't know, this is weird. A petite girl wearing striped stockings dashed out of the clubroom, turning her head to yell back at the team members.
Whatever, you guys figure it out then. I'm gonna hit the track before it gets totally dark.
She flings the door shut and turns toward the track, nearly running into us.
Oh crap! Sorry, didn't see you guys there.
He looks kind of familiar.
It's fine. More importantly, is everything alright in there?
Hmm?
Oh, them? Yeah, they're fine. We were just arguing over festival things. Were you guys just about to knock?
Kinda. We just want to take a peek at what you guys were doing. A sparkle appears in the girl's eyes.
Are these new members I spy? We were just a bit curious. Curious about the team, right? Since you're gonna be new members.
The girl suddenly seems to be much more intimidating for their overbearing excitement. Well,
In that case, I'm at your disposal. Ask me anything.
Monika and I exchange glances. In that case, what's the track team doing for the festival?
Oh, about that. Well, you guys heard them in there. We haven't really decided yet. But I'll have you know that whatever we do will be really good. If everyone's as enthusiastic as you, then I'm sure that we will be.
The girl sighs, her mood seemingly dampened a bit by Monika's words.
That's the problem. None of them are all so passionate. Man, I wish there was a whole team of me's. Anyway, that's when we need to get more go-getters like you two on the team.
I don't want to join the track team, but I feel like I'm going to really disappoint this girl if I don't do it. Feels like being swept up in a hurricane of excitement with her. Wait, I have the literature club though. Must resist.
I'm sure that you'll be able to convince new people to join during the festival. Especially if you're the spokesperson. Thanks. Oh, shoot! Sorry, gotta go get changed so I can run before night falls. I'll see you at the festival.
The girl runs off with a wave and a smile. Somehow, I feel really drained after talking to her.
Too much excitement?
Yep, let's head back. I sigh once we're back in the school building.
That was quite the transition.
Yeah, the transition outside was also like non-existent also. Safe territory once again. No sports for me. Who was that girl anyway?
I think she's a third year.
For real?
Yes, she's a third year, Ryuji.
1,000 bits from Anthony. I feel drained after talking to her. What did you nut in your pants? Well, no, you know what he meant. Don't be childish. Fucking. So what was her name? Because she's from Kadowa Shoujo. Emmy, right? That was Emmy?
Something like that.
Oh, yeah, he knows her in, like, Natsuki's
Yeah.
route. He knows who she is in, like, one of the other routes, I thought.
I thought that was a different girl.
Also, I appreciate the 1,000 bits. That's a lot of bits. I wanted to make sure you knew I appreciate
Wait,
it.
you got 1,000 again?
Yeah, from Anthony.
Oh my gosh.
People just tossing them out, man. I don't know. People just throwing $10 at me like I'm a fucking whore.
You're not a whore, though.
I'll take it, though, but you better know I have some self-respect still.
If I remember correctly, she's won a bunch of awards for track.
Huh. I guess she's got a right to be so enthusiastic, then. We heading back to the clubroom now?
Actually, is it okay if we take a look at the light music club too? They're the club I'm the most interested in at the moment. Aside from the literature club, of course.
Sure thing. Monika leads the way to the music room. It was mentioned the other day that she played the piano, so I guess she spent a lot of time in there too. However, the room is completely quiet when we get there. Guess that they're not having a meeting today.
That's fine. Let's go in anyway.
She slides the door open as she speaks. The room is actually quite large and spacious. A variety of different instruments are stored in the room, and there are plenty of chairs lined up in neat rows. In the corner sits an elegant-looking grand piano.
Since the Light Music Club isn't meeting up today, let's make a little music ourselves.
Eh? What do you mean?
Come on, Zero.
With a smile playing on her lips, Monika grabs my hand and leads me over to the piano. She sits on the bench and pats the empty space beside her. Oh, here's a whip of this. It was gonna be a piano CG. Aw, that's cute. I know a lot of mods have piano CGs, but it's always cute every time I see it. So I think Good Ending has one. I think other mods have it. I just haven't played them yet, but I know Good Ending has one because I always see them on the Reddit every so often. You must play the piano every time you see one. It's the rule of pianists. Pianists, not pianists. It's pianists, yeah. See? That's coming from one. Thank you, Natsuki, for telling us. So every time they see a piano, it's just, must play piano. Ah, yeah, of course. I heard penis. Of course you did. You're just projecting. You want to hear penis. Something you want to tell us, Anthony? Is there something you want to tell the class? When I sat down, I realized that we're close enough for our shoulders to brush against each other. That is, we're too close together for me to fully relax.
Do you play any instruments?
Huh? Oh, no, not really. My dad tried to get me into playing the piano, actually. But his attempts kind of fell flat.
I see.
Yeah, sometimes I wish that I was more serious about it as a kid. Then I would have had at least one talent by now.
Well, you can learn with me right now then.
Huh? Yeah, I guess you are right. She smiles at me as she lightly glides her fingers over the keys.
Do you remember anything about it?
Yep, I remember stubbornly refusing to practice and frustrating my father. I feel a bit guilty about the younger me's behavior every time I visit his house and see his piano. I remember where middle C is, at least. I position my hands the way I was taught to as a kid, and struggle to recall more from within my murky memories. I was never really any good at reading music. But I can't play by ear either. So I guess you can treat me as a total newbie to this.
Well, I don't happen to have any sheet music on hand anyway. I'm no expert at it either, though. I only recently picked up piano, so I can't play much. I really like practicing, though. You could say that it's kind of therapeutic for me.
Well, wait. If you just recently picked it up, Monika, how can you teach him? You can't teach him music if you can't teach him how to play something if you only just recently picked it up and you're not an expert at it.
These whips make me sad because I want to see the finished products of these.
Yeah. It's actually funny that this is brought up because I'm pretty sure like in our after story video recently we brought up she actually brought up that exact thing because you can ask her if she could teach you piano and she's like, well, I'm kind of a beginner so I can't really teach you.
Yeah.
And then this one kind of does the exact same thing of her saying I'm a beginner, but yet this one she says that she can teach you, and it's like, but it doesn't make sense. Technically, she wouldn't be able to teach you.
I just started drawing yesterday, but I can teach you.
Yeah, but I can teach you how to draw. Like, it's like you can't do that. That makes sense. I mean, the music can be really soothing. Monika's fingers start drifting across the keys again.
The piano's really versatile, too. I can be slow and methodical if I want, or fast and spontaneous. It's really just a nice outlet for emotions.
More so than poetry?
You can't really compare the two. But there are some things that you can't describe too well with words. Things that you just have to feel to get.
Monika closes her eyes as she slowly plinks her way through a scale. She turns to look at me once she's done.
Isn't it crazy, Zero? How humans have somehow evolved to want to create. How people are able to create abstract something out of nothing.
Yeah, I suppose so. don't really know how to respond. This is me speaking to Yuri all over again. I guess it's kind of unique. How humans are able to build up on other people's progress as well. Just like how you're using an instrument that someone else invented to create sounds that have never been heard before.
This is how civilization was born, eh?
Her hands move lithely over the black and white keys as she picks out a melody. It's quite simple, but that only adds to its charm.
Why don't you try playing something?
I don't know how to play anything, though.
Come on, it's just the two of us in here.
So it is.
It doesn't matter if it's any good, as long as you try.
So you say.
Let's play a duet.
Ugh.
Just follow my lead and play from your heart. Remember, I'm a beginner too, so it's not like you'll have a hard time following along.
You say that, but...
No buts.
Monika starts to play slowly, but deliberately. She raises an eyebrow at me, and with a sigh, I put my long-forgotten muscle memory to the test. The sudden flurry of euphonious notes bursting forth from my fingertips visibly shocks Monika. Just kidding. The discordant noise that sounds from my clumsy fingers causes Monika to recoil a little. So it's just dun 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 dun. To say this was a bad idea would be an understatement. I told you that I was bad.
I'll have to admit, I expected that you'd remember a bit more. All you need is more practice, though.
Right. Well, it's getting kind of late. So we should hurry back.
I suppose it is.
So there was something I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to wait till that scene was done. So MC says something kind of funny. He talks about Monika talking to him, and he's like, I don't really know how to respond. It's like me talking to Yuri all over again. But then a few lines later, her hands move lithely over the black and white. Like, bruh, how you gonna sit here and act like...
The fuck does lithely mean?
How you gonna sit here and act like she's talking too advanced for you when before you were having this like inner monologue about sunsets and empty schools? Like,
Jesus.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one thing about, I think, about the Monika route is that, at least what the Monika route was going to be, is that it seems like they don't really know how to portray this MC. He's either this really smart man, like this scholar almost, or like a deep philosophical person. He's either that, or he's just the typical MC who's just doesn't really get into all that and is just kind of laid back. Like, they don't really know what to do. He just kind of keeps switching personalities. Luckily, he's only switching between these two, and it's not like, Fruits MC, where it's like, okay, whatever fits this plot point, I'll be that personality. Like, luckily, this MC's only going between these two, but it's like, it definitely, like, it feels like there's a weird divide there. It's definitely a little odd. But that still was a nice scene. That was cute.
Yeah. Again with the CG, I want to see that finished, but it probably won't be.
Monika slowly rises as I quickly shoot to my feet, embarrassed. But in my haste, I trip over myself.
Okay.
The first thing I'm aware of is the throbbing pain in my forehead. The second thing I'm aware of is the pair of brilliant emerald eyes only a few inches away from me. I instinctively jump away from her. My face begins to heat up. Ow, what happened?
You kind of knocked our heads together there.
Crap, are you okay?
I'll be fine. Probably.
I'm really sorry, Monika. Are you sure you don't need to lie down or something?
Zero, are you always more energetic after injuries? I'm fine, really. Actually, I'm more worried than we'll have enough time I can't talk. That you hurt my head. Can't speak now.
She's having a stroke.
Actually, I'm more worried that we won't have enough time now to share poems. So let's hurry back to the classroom.
How many times are they gonna say, let's go to the classroom?
Shall we go to the classroom?
And then sidetrack, shall we go to the classroom? Let's get back to the club. At this point, I think Yuri is like tied up in the
Yeah.
closet.
I'm pretty sure she's already been crucified.
Natsuki's like fucking has Yuri in the middle, almost burning at a stake. They're like, hunda, 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 with like manga all around her. Like, I am giving a sacrifice to the manga lords.
Yeah.
And then MC's just like, Natsuki, what's going on here? She's like, kneel before Christ. She smacks him with like a fucking Cowboy Bebop manga. Ah! If you say so. I say Cowboy Bebop because that's the top tier manga. We could consider that one the manga of Christ.
Have you even read it?
I've watched the anime, assuming the manga's just as good, if not better. And I'm
Okay.
gonna keep a close eye on you. So let me feel dizzy or have blurry vision or anything like that.
I said I was fine, didn't I? Still, let's just hurry back.
Why is the MC such a worrywart too? What the hell? We make our way back to the classroom at a brisk pace. I don't think people with head trauma are supposed to do that. But in the end, we make it back to the classroom in one piece. Because Sayori's already back as well. Monika rushes to the front of the classroom to gather everyone's attention.
Okay, everyone.
Meanwhile, I return to my seat and try to steady my breathing. Somehow, the guy that must be bringing up will happen anytime soon. But for now, I should make an attempt at clearing my head. After all, it's poem sharing time. Alright. Sayori's back! Yeah, she's alive! Jeez, I thought she was dead. These extras are long.
They really are. How long has
They're-
it been? Like an hour?
It's been, yeah, almost an hour. I don't know if my voice can
Alright.
handle another extra.
Maybe you should stop then. Maybe we should do something
That's what I'm
else.
saying. Like, I don't know if my voice can handle another extra. We might have to switch to something else. I'm not gonna end the stream, but like, we might have to like fucking I was like, we
Switch
might
to
have-
something that
we might
isn't
have-
gonna make you go
yeah,
bah!
like,
the
we might
whole
have to
night,
switch
okay?
to we have to switch to something else, at least in terms of stream wise. Wait, that was an extra? Yeah, it was. We're playing Monika's extras. I feel like the Sunday scene is probably gonna be longer too, because that was just an exclusive. Alright, but yeah. That is
I just realized that we were criticizing like something that's not even in the mod.
well, yeah, that's why I said take it with a grain of salt, because yeah, it's not even really finished. So it's not even probably really revised or anything. But yeah, that is it for this episode of Blue Skies. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time we will take on Monika's Sunday scene and be done with all her extras. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Zero. Peace.